This video is sponsored by Ground News.
Going, going, going. Oh, and the Titan submersible goes down! The results are coming in, and looks like the submersible got to a depth of 12,000 feet! That's a new record! Oh my god, the crowd is going wild! What an absolutely unforgettable day in sports history. Now moving on. In Canada news, the Nova Scotia wildfires are hotter than their maple syrup sales. The smoke generated from these fires has drifted into the United States, enshrouding all of New York City in an eerie orange haze, prompting many New Yorkers to ask the question, what the fuck is Nova Scotia? In other news, the U.S. has reached an agreement to raise the debt ceiling in order to avoid a default, giving the U.S. government at least another 2 years to continue to not work. In Russia news, the private military organization, the Wagner Group, has initiated a rebellion against the Russian military for 8 seconds. Tensions finally cooled after the leader of the Wagner Group went to Moscow, where he was able to bust that nut. In international news, police shootings have decided to take a vacation from the US over to France, where a 17-year-old was shot and killed by police during a traffic stop. Protests and riots erupted across the nation, resulting in over 1,000 arrests as well as hundreds of injured officers, proving once and for all that even people from France hate the French. In Ginger news, Prince Harry will testify in court for his lawsuit against Mirror Group newspapers over allegations of phone hacking and unlawful information gathering. Almost 100 others are also suing the newspaper company, demanding that they release Meghan's nudes. In other news, Hunter Biden has been charged with 2 misdemeanor tax offenses and a felony firearm offense. When asked in an interview how he is preparing for the upcoming trial, he said he is currently on crack. In Africa news, Uganda, a nation that already has some of the strictest anti-LGBT laws, has passed a new law that calls for life in prison or even death for anyone convicted of being black. Anyone who is caught being black in public will go straight to jail without passing go. But the president has said you can get out of your life sentence if you have gay sex. In other Africa news, the Sudanese Air Force has carried out an airstrike during the ongoing brutal civil war, claiming the lives of 17 individuals in Sudan. People around the world who have tuned in to see these horrific events are all asking the same question. What can we do to change the channel? And while these images may be disturbing to some viewers, for just $0 a day, you can sign up for Ground News.
No way.
It's true. Check this shit out. Ground News is a news platform built to help readers spot media bias. See, their homepage has all the top news stories you can browse through, and then once you click on one to read more, it'll give you all relevant news articles from the world's media organized by left-leaning, center, and right-leaning, along with a nice little overview up top. Then their data analysis tools dive even deeper, providing insights into how a given story is being covered by the media, source details, ownership information, and more. But here's my favorite part. Their blind spot tab reveals which stories are receiving little to no attention from one side of the political aisle. So if someone uses mostly left-leaning sources, then these are the stories they might not know as much about. And then these are the stories that had little to no reporting on right-leaning platforms. Additionally, the My News Bias tab offers valuable insight into your personal news consumption, such as your top sources, topics you're most interested in, and plenty more. And they have global coverage, so no matter where you are in the world, you can find relevant news stories both on their website and their app. You can sign up totally for free, but if you upgrade to one of their premium subscriptions, you will get access to extra features that you can see here. And if you're asking, well, how do they determine what's left-leaning or right-leaning? Don't they have their own bias that would affect this rating? Well, great fucking question. Here's the answer, which you can also find on their site. Alright, that's it. Sign up below. Here's the outro music. Bye.